the blockchain breeze. He's live every day, decode the mazes. JJ's cryptic corner, where the coins keep turning. Log in now, the future's burning. JJ's cryptic corner, JJ's cryptic corner. Pixels glow, charts flow, crypto whispers, secrets show. He cracks the code on this winding road. JJ's cryptic corner, JJ's cryptic corner, JJ's cryptic corner, JJ's cryptic corner, JJ's cryptic. Tune in, lean back, grab your coffee, hit the track. JJ's live, don't be late. Cryptic wisdom, seal your fate. JJ's cryptic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Happy February 24th. Happy Pump for Ants Day. Let's get a poll going in the chat before we get any further. Sound off on your way in. I appreciate you guys for being here. I started the stream, and apparently I accidentally selected Made for Kids. So we had no chat, so I had to restart. I have officially fixed that scenario. We have a potential State of the Union Trump pump in the making. Time will tell. Let's see, what is the Trump, or I'm sorry, let's go with this. Will we see a sustained Trump pump from tonight's State of the Union? Yes. Number go up. No. No, nothing burger. Yes, but only temporary. Or no, we're going to dump. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the poll in the chat. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am still broadcasting live from the bunker. Better safe than sorry. I gotta fix. Oh my gosh, I'm breaking stuff. Hang on. I gotta fix this thingy. Did I fix it? It's still there. That's gonna bug me. We're gonna forget about it. It's not even a big deal. What's going on, Kwame Saeed? Happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Happy Tuesday, everybody else. 88 Metal said yo. Professor Oak said uppies. It's Kwame said dump while he talks. That's a. I don't. You know, I'm actually curious as to why we pumped just now. I have no idea. I'm happy about it, but it's a little sus. It is a little bit sus. I'm a little sussed out. I also feel odd. I feel weird because I don't remember the last time we pumped. So my brain is like, what do I do? How do I react? I feel like Ricky Bobby when he won at the beginning, and he's like, I don't really know what to do with my hands. And he keeps like doing stuff, and they're like, just put them down by your side. And he's talking, and he keeps talking, and his hands come up again. That's kind of how I feel right now. Bitcoin currently up 3.46%. Oh my gosh! 3.46%, 3.40%. $66,202.92. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see how many bears got wrecked just now. Wrecked in the rectum. Oh no. They're probably going to sweep the lows next. I'm so paranoid now. Look at what they've done. Look at what they've done to me. 67,386. 67,386. It's not even that exciting. Like, we're barely up. We've slightly retracted the Monday dump from last week. So that's good. Is that even last week? Or is that this Monday? No, there was... This is crazy. This is out of control. Okay, next we've got... We've got... What do we have? I can't move my mouse. There we go. 66,412. And then the bottom of the bottom, we've got... I'm going to go right here. 65,381. And then the very bottom of the bottom, I'm going to go all the way down here. Because I bet you if they sweep that, they're going to come all the way down to 61,141. All right, be honest, guys. I want everybody to say in the chat, did y'all buy? Franco said, told y'all yesterday, bear rally, fear, greed, reset. I don't know if you said that yesterday. Let's go check fear and greed. The alternative fear and greed index for Bitcoin is sitting at 11. Yesterday it was at 8. I think the day before that it was at 5 again somehow. Magically, we are back above 10 for the first time actually since February 16th. It's been 8 days. Pretty crazy stuff. Next, we've got coin market cap. Coin market cap. 11. Yesterday it was at 12. No, yesterday was at 11 as well. So we've plateaued. We got the CoinGlass Fear and Greed at 10. And then we have the stock market Fear and Greed at 43. Pretty crazy stuff. Top 10 looks identical to what it looked like yesterday. I think maybe Bitcoin Cash and Doge might be duking it out. I'm not sure, though. It's hard to tell. They all look the same. It looks the same as it's looked for like a decade. If you guys are degenerate gamblers like I am and you guys want to sign up for Kalshi, use my link in the description and sign up and trade with $25 or more. We both receive $25 in non-withdrawable site credit. Help support the channel. Completely up to you, though. It is gambling. Treat it as such. Don't play with more than you can afford to lose. Tyler said, I don't know what's going on, but probably nothing, Burger. Professor Oak said, I did buy. I always buy. Always. Always. Bitcoin dominance 58.72. Ooh, this is getting a little spiky. 58.73. It's up 0.47% on the day. Battling with, I don't know, let's see if this thing gets above 59.60. If it gets above 59 today, I'll be surprised. I will be pleasantly surprised. Bitcoin itself, we talked about, up 3.28% on the day. Very nice candle as we speak. Pump for ants in the making. Very nice. ETH up 3.69 nice percent on the day, currently trading at $1,920.74. 1850 turns out was a beautiful buy, not financial advice. Let's see, again, we're barely retracing the Monday move, so maybe this was just like a little FUD dump and we're returning back to the mean. But we got a bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI. And nice little spike. We're above 50 with that. Green dot of the momentum wave point to the upside with positive money flow. Let's see if we can get above 2K. 2K is my big boy resistance for ETH. So let's see if we can get the 2K. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, we're in an accumulation channel right here. And whether or not you want to accumulate that for upside or accumulate shorts for downside is entirely up to you. Personally, I feel like shorting at these levels is a little silly, but some people got bigger balls than I do, so who am I to judge? Solana's up 3.85% on the day, currently trading at 81.99. We may or may not be rejecting at 82.47 here, which is apparently relevant for some reason. I don't remember why. Why is that on here? Aha. We got a little baby back bounce right there. That's probably what it is. So let's see if we can break above that. It should be relatively simple. It's like 1 point of confluence. So getting above 80, 82, and I suppose 90 would be the next big goal. 86, that's not really resistance. That's more just like a failed bounce attempt in my opinion. So I'm not going to be too worried about that. We'll go psychological. We're going to go for 80, 85, 90. Let's try to get above this 80, 82.47 next. Total 3. Up 1.59% on the day. Nice big fat green candle. 700 billion is the next hurdle here. As you can see, we're slightly rejecting. 88 Metals Mania said, watching the senators entering the union address. Man, they need some fresh blood in there. Yeah, for sure. We need term limits. Everyone should have the maximum amount of time any of these mother effers should be allowed is like 8 years. And that's pushing it. That's pushing it, dude. Because some of these people have like career. They've been there for like multiple decades. And what have they done besides extract value? Blows my mind. Total 3, 697. Let's get above 700, and then we can start talking about some fun. We talked about this potential ascending channel bear flag setup. Nice confluence on the lower trend line. Upper trend line, we technically only got 2 points, so I wouldn't be surprised if this invalidated itself and maybe just established itself as some kind of like triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't mind that. So, but like I said, let's get back above 700 first. It's going to be a psychological level. We got a nice green dot on Market Cipher. So number go up, potentially. Tom Selleck's Goat said, yo! What's going on, Tom Selleck's Goat? ADA up 3.68% on the day. Let's go. After only retracing 90%, ADA is up 3.68%. We can retire again. Congratulations. $26, wow. 26.8 cents. I guess 27 is resistance. Every psychological levels on Cardano is every penny. 27, 28, 29. I'm being sarcastic, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. There are no resistance levels. Cardano is just resistance. But October 10th, Binance Wick filled 26.22. That might have been the Pico low right there. Which I will say, if that is the case with a lot of these altcoins, then that's incredibly sus. Flightband said crypto went parabolic after his last speech. Did it? That's exciting. Snag is up 1.77% on the day. The fractal. See, this is what spooks me a little bit still. The fractal shows like a little bounce and then continuation to the downside. I don't want it to be this. I want this to be like a woohoo after your stupid fractal Farquad and get above 0.6 of a cent. 0.6 of a cent? I don't know. 0.0006. Whatever you want to call it. JJ Math. We've got, I guess you can call this a little channel. Or technically, would it be a triangle? Yeah, it's actually kind of a wedge. Got a little wedge situation potential. So, let's see. Oh, first move, false move. What? You guys ever see that Vitalik clip? Where the chick is like, there's like this, I don't know, this little Asian chick, I think. And she's asking Vitalik a question. She's like, what's your best pickup line? And he goes, what? And she just like giggles because he's a billionaire. So I guess that's his best pickup line. He's like, I knew that would work. What? He pulls his wallet out. She's like, okay. Anyway, Snack up 1.73%. Midnight up 1.47%. Midnight actually held up nicely. XRP's up 2.43%. Dancing around this potential. I see this trend line I'm still on the fence of. We got support, resistance, support. It's iffy to me. I'm not sold on it, but I like where we're going right now. 2.57 is, it's a little mediocre, but is this a real bounce or is this some weird like State of the Union preemptive? Are they like injecting money to make us all be like, yay, we like Donald Trump during the State of the Union, and then afterwards they're just gonna sell and dump it back down? I don't know. Who knows, man? Tyler said, well, you were gonna get a super chat, but apparently I can't say dicks anymore, so I'm sorry. I think you can do it, Tyler, through the OG link. Let me see. Hold on. What's it called? It is called Stream Elements. Let me send the Stream Elements link, and I think, so it won't, like, show up in the YouTube chat, but it'll pop up and read it still on the stream, I'm pretty sure. I think. Don't quote me on that. Because this is the way that we did it originally, remember? Payments? Nope. Tipping settings. PayPal is connected. That's weird. Your public tip link. Here we go. Okay, don't quote me on this. I think that this will work. I think. It's in the chat. I think if you go through that, that might just be a tip thing. Chatbot, nope. Payments, merch. Yeah, I think we did that before, right? I don't know. 88 Metals Mania said, I think Baron's going to make a zillion in Kalshi tonight. Oh, for sure, dude. For sure. Should we do a Kalshi bet? I think that'd be kind of fun to do a Kalshi on stream. Anyways, so far we've got 9 votes. Should we change the poll? I said, will we see a sustained Trump pump from tonight's State of the Union? Let's end the poll right now. Cheers, guys. Happy Wednesday. What day is it? Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. My least favorite day of the week, but this Tuesday's turning out to be relatively decent. I asked, will we see a sustained Trump pump from tonight's State of the Union? 45% of you guys said no, we're going to dump, actually. 33% of you guys said yes, number go up. 11% said no, nothing burger, and 11% said yes, but only temporary. Let's see, I bet he brings up Somalians and what's Min? What is Min? All right, here we go. Will Trump mention Stimmy tonight? Yes. He's going to give us money. No. He'll... no, not at all. Yes. But he'll be vague. Or no. He might even deny it. Deny ever mentioning. Deny ever mention? Alright, let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the poll in the chat. Will Trump mention Stimmy tonight? Yes, he's going to give us money. No, not at all. Yes, but he'll be vague. Or no, he might even deny ever mention. He did that before. I'm pretty sure he's done all of those before. So we have to decide which one's going to be true and which one's not. XRP, $1.38. H-bar, nothing too crazy. 98.09, I like that. Arrow, I was getting alerts for Arrow all day, man. Look at Ondo, looks decent, 4.14. Sui looks decent, 4.14. Arrow looks amazing, 3.04. But from the Pico low, if you would have bought this nasty bad boy right below 30, let's just call it 30, you'd currently be up 13, 14%. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I'm just saying. This is a beautiful distribution. If this does bounce from here, then we'll be able to look at this and be like, oh, it's so obvious that this was bottomed and it was distributing. You know, if it dumps further, though, we'll do the same thing. We'll be like, oh my gosh, look, it was a bear flag. You know, that's the beauty of TA. You can just kind of mold it to whatever you feel like talking about. 88 Metals Mania said has to get it past Congress, though. See, he recently mentioned we don't have to do Congress. I think we can do it without Congress. Like, what if they... So they do the illegal stimulus with IEPA, the Emergency Powers Act. And then everyone's like, you have to give us our money back. We're going to sue you. And he blanket tariffs, potentially with another potentially illegal method. Allegedly, not financial advice. I'm not a freaking lawyer. I have no idea. What if he just takes the money from the IEPA tariffs and he's like, we're not giving it back. We're not refunding it. But we're going to give it to the people. And he just Robin Hoods and just throws it at everybody. He's like, free money, stimmies for everybody. That would be so funny. More Trump lip service. I saw a really funny summary, basically, of what he's going to say. And it was literally just like gibberish, blaming Biden for stuff, talking about tariffs and fraud and stolen election and like how great America is and all this stuff. And I was like, that's pretty good, actually. That's pretty damn good. Are we going to watch it? We got 10 minutes until it starts. Should we watch it on stream? What are we thinking? Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Absolute legends, every single one of you. All right. We talked about Arrow. Chainlink looking good, up 4.27% on the day, $8.54. Avalanche up 3.86, $8.60. Very nice. Gold is up 0.76% on the day, currently trading at $5,181.57. Very cool. Continuing the uptrend, the fractal is intact as far as I'm concerned. Time will tell. Are we doing, what are we doing? are we doing? I guess technically it would be either this one or this one. I mean, that one kind of makes sense. I don't know. We'll see what plays out. John Jujo said, yeah, bro. They live now. We are living in idiocracy. Dude, I called that years ago. I was like, this is, I think during Trump's first term, actually, idiocracy came up. It's so good, though. Okay, what do we watch? CBS, CNN, or ABC? I don't know what one we're legally allowed to watch, even, if I'm being completely honest. You know who I like to watch? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Agenda Free TV. I love this guy. He's freaking hilarious. He gets really stoked for news. So I'm going to put him on. We're not just going to straight plagiarize him, though. I'm going to get rid of his chat. And I'm going to make him... Do I make him big? Yeah, let's make him big. But before we get into that, we're going to leave him muted as well. Do I turn on closed? Is that an option for closed captioning? See, I don't want to just take this guy's thing, though. Is that... I think that that's literally illegal. Let's talk about gold for a second. Gold looks good. 5180. Do we think gold's going to continue? Dude, Agenda Free TV is the best. He's so funny. I like it when he gets really excited. He's like, he's the most non-biased person too. But he'll be like, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. And he gets so stoked. You heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a live feed from the White House. Breaking news. This is very exciting. Cracks me up, dude. Let's see. Tom Selleck's Code said impeach Trump, arrest CZ, arrest Charles. You better watch your mouth about Charles. Tyler said, well, I went through and gave all my info and card number. It submitted and it said it didn't work. It's going to hack my life, JJ. I don't know what to tell you. It's Stream Elements. Add donation panel to your YouTube account. Page settings, design, tip panel setup. Yeah, no, it's all... I mean, that's all the way that it's been. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Tom Selleck's Code said SBF rotting in prison watching CZ pardoned and free, and if he had just been able to hold on a little bit longer, no one would have ever known. Right. Flight Fan said, watch ever channel. Watch whatever channel. And that hot chick in the white shirt. Is there a hot chick in a white shirt? What are they standing up for? Is he there? Is he there? Who's that little woman? She's so small. That's someone's mom, dude. She'll F you up. Oh my gosh. Who's that creepy bald man? I kind of like it with no, I kind of like it with no audio. We got JD Vance back there. Is that him? You can see the shadow from his eyes. I'm allowed to talk about his hooded brow because I have a hooded brow as well. It's very caveman. We got like that caveman skull where we're like, you make fire hot. Tyler said, fine, there it is. Now you give me $5 for my trouble. Did it work? What do you mean there it is? Did it actually work? Midnight is a complete scam. Arrest Charles. It's actually in the top 100. I'm quite impressed. HQZ said, did you say gender-free TV? No, I said agenda-free TV. But I have actually thought of that while watching agenda-free TV. I was like, damn, that's a slippery slope. Silver's up 1.56% on the day, currently trading at $88.41. Beautiful. Beautiful silver. Are we going to get back into the 90s? That would be exciting. RSI is overbought, but nobody cares because it's silver. Gold is good. Did you not see my big message? You know what? Let me actually see if I can see it. I'm clicking around, trying to see if it shows up in the in the stream. Oh boy, I think I broke it. Did I break it? Nope, I unbroke it. It is now fixed. I'm still going. Was there a big message to see? Did you guys see a big message? I don't know if there was a big message that I saw. I definitely didn't see it, no. But if the stream saw it, then that's what's important. Was there a big message? I don't know, man. I'm back. I'm back 5 minutes. I mean, in the YouTube chat, it didn't work. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't see anything in the YouTube chat. Nope. No, sir. Okay, let's continue. DXY down 0.03. It does look like it's got really heavy resistance at 98. Like, there's really nothing we can do to get above that, it seems. But I'm still a little concerned because we got immense support right here, and it's coiling up. Is it going to coil up and burst the upside or downside? Is the question. Flight Fan said, the Island Boy emails said Trump buying Bitcoin with the refund money. What? Why would... That doesn't make any sense. That's like modern times. And those emails are old. Okay. MicroStrategy, aka Big B Coffee, 124 and 63 cents. Up 0.73% on the day. Looking good. Actually, it doesn't look good. It looks awful, but nobody cares, apparently. They're still accumulating. Let's see if this ends up being the support that we need for, I don't know, liftoff? Do we call it liftoff? We just need, like, some kind of relief. Because right now it looks awful. MicroStrategy looks so bad. But it's a good buy. Good buy opportunity if you're bullish on it. RSI, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on here, man. 4 hour. It's just flat. It's so flat. Nasdaq looks great. 25,053. Watch him be an hour late. Wouldn't that be freaking hilarious? He used to do that. He hasn't done it in a while. $25,055.00 on the Nasdaq. Looking good. There's nothing bad about this, actually. We got a green dot, positive money flow again. I don't know if Market Cipher really applies to stocks, but we're going to talk about it anyways. Bullish crossover the moving average and the RSI, point to the upside. S&P 500, also looking good. This is the moment, actually. This is the moment. Ask Fractal 3.0. We got like a day or two until we can spike. Not even a day or two. We're looking at Wednesday, Thursday, actually a couple of days. Yeah, I was right. Day or two. 88 Metals Mania said MicroStrategy will rip tomorrow if Bitcoin stays high. Oh, dude, I've been buying the crap out of Bitmine as well. I'm kind of stoked. See if ETH gets a little more runway. What do we got? Okay, do I skip agenda-free TV and just go straight to like CNN or some crap? ABC. Is there somebody that isn't controversial where I can watch it? ABC, CBS? CNN, ABC. 150K, 30K, 22K. I guess we'll go with ABC because it's got the most people watching. Right? Oh, here comes Bessent. Oh, RFK, there he is. Gosh, he's like a cryptid. Okay, we got captions here. That's exciting. Brilliant. Do we watch the captions or do we actually do audio? What do you guys think? Watch captions or do audio? Not at all. Okay, 8 votes. I asked you guys, will Trump mention Stimmy tonight? 62% of you guys are saying nope, not at all. Or 38% of you guys are saying yes, he's going to give us money. Let's end the poll. Okay. Start poll. How do we watch State of the Union? With audio? No audio. Only subtitles. By ourselves. Not on JJ's channel. Alright. Audio? You guys are saying audio? Well, let me do the poll, man. I didn't get to publish the poll. I don't know how to read, mofo. Really? I've become that millennial meme where they're like, help, I can't hear without my subtitles. That's literally, I don't know what happened to my brain, but I started listening or watching with subtitles, and now I can't do anything but subtitles. Let's get out of here until they freaking bring Trump on. All right. We are going, yep, I got my headphones on. You guys are not allowed to say the same thing over and over again. It's creeping me out. Tyler and Kwame both said audio, and then 88 Metals Mania and Kwame both said LOL. Enough. Enough of this. Okay, with audio. We got the poll. We got 5 votes on the poll. That might be our fastest vote for the poll ever. Or do we have to watch these idiots? Come on. RFK. I wanted to talk to you, but yeah, I don't care. They got these cute little outfits on. That's fun. Thank you for your service. That dude is little. He's a little guy. I wonder if there's like a genuine... Is there like height discrimination in the armed forces? I imagine there would be, right? They're like, well, I don't really want to promote Alfred. He's quite small. You know, he's like a foot shorter than the next guy. The next guy's kind of dumb, but at least he's not, you know, like 4'9". Calvin said, why pump? I don't know. I do not know, actually. That's a great question, Calvin. Why pump? I like that I'm just putting words in the chat's mouth. The chat decided that it's because Trump is going to mention stimmies. 100%. Everyone voted. We got 8 votes, and all 8 of them said Trump's going to talk about stimmies, and that's why we got the pump. Dude, poor RFK. Can he just go sit down? I don't like Lutnick, dude. He needs to stop smiling. He's so creepy looking. He looks like he smells like dust. Lutnick is the guy that's like, his house is like full of old paintings and books, and you could just like, when he walks by, you're like, you can't tell if it's like cigarettes or like dust smell. You just know that there's some carcinogenic going into your lungs. You're like, oh. And he's like, with his creepy ass hair. Because he's going to mention crypto. He might. Oh, thank God. RFK got through that crowd. Yeah, you can take a selfie with me. I love you, RFK. Thanks. This dude spends all of his time in the tanning bed. He's like, RFK is like borderline offensive. His skin color. What JJ's hairline looks like. $1,000, my friend. $1,000. Matter of fact, now that you said something, I'm gonna fix the hat so you guys can see less. Tom Soft Goat said Lutnick is the worst. He looks like he smells like liver and onions. Maybe like failing liver. That Pulse Player said because he's going to mention crypto. Tyler said no, as long as they pass the physical fitness test. All right, we got the families. She's like, did you place bets on Kalshi? He's like, no. She's like, All right, are we turning on the audio? It's not even live? Why wasn't it live? They're talking about tariffs in the Supreme Court. Is there a Kalshi bet for him saying something about crypto? Oh, that's actually a good question. If you guys are interested at all in being a degenerate gambler like I am, sign up for Kalshi with my link in the description. Deposit and trade with $25 or more, and we both receive $25 in non-withdrawable site credit. Make sure you don't smell like musty books and piss like Howard Lutnick. Dude, this guy's not going to show up until 10 p.m. Lutnick would offer you a Werther's original if you were visiting his house, but they're all unwrapped in a bowl stuck together. He's like, just whack it on the table. You should be able to dislodge at least a piece big enough to chew on with his big-ass fake teeth. Oh, okay, they got them framed up nicely. Adorable. Is that Stephen Colbert? Who is that guy? Who is that guy with Vance? Just Dance Vance. Why are you taking a selfie with everyone? That's so weird. Am I crazy? I think it's weird, man. Is it weird? Let's ask the poll that. Is it weird for these politicians to basically ask for a selfie with their coworker? Yes or no? Hey man, I know I see you every day at the office, but can I get a selfie with you now that we're on national television? That's so odd. Like, what do you do with that selfie? What do you do with it? Look at this. I shook RFK's hand, and then I shook AOC's hand, and then I shook Barron's hand, and then I shook JD's hand, and then, oh, look at that. This is an old one. There's Joe Biden. I shook his hand. He actually didn't even know that I was there. It's pretty crazy. Oh, what do we got? Here he is. Oh my gosh, the guy. Why isn't it live again? Oh. Hang on. No? Still no audio? Am I crazy? Oh, you guys can hear it. How come I can't hear it? What is it doing?
President has achieved, but he knows this moment is a pivotal moment for him. He was saying, and we should point out, John took us behind the scenes here. It is
his hair's already messy.
The anchors of the networks and some of the cable news hosts to be invited to the White House under Republican presidents, under Democrat presidents on the day of the
Oh, I fixed it.
President did invite
Oh my gosh, who's whistling?
Shut
Shut
made it very
up.
clear that he will address the economy tonight. Obviously, the
Okay, I have to make sure that ABC doesn't sue me, so I'm also...
that they can look at the stock market, but also can look at their grocery bills.
I'm just going to float around here for a minute.
That they're not feeling this quite yet. You can see the very warm welcome that he's getting from his Republican colleagues there in the chamber. Let's go right to Rachel Scott, who's also in the chamber tonight. And Rachel,
thank you, President.
What do you make of what you see so
far? Thank you.
Are there empty seats, as had been predicted by many of the Democrats who said they might sit this one out?
Well, David, I've covered several State of the Unions from this very seat.
No one's taking any selfies. Oh my God, she's gonna take a selfie. Dude, I bet you that's a Kalshi bet. How many selfies are we gonna see?
What is notable right now, as I'm watching the president?
1 out of 3.
Look at this, Al Green, Congressman Al Green, holding up a sign. I believe I'm looking at it right now. It said something in reference to apes. Black people are not apes, in reference to that post that the president had on his social media account, a racist post
JJ,
that was
do the poll.
offensive.
What's the poll?
That
What
clearly
poll?
a sign
New
of
poll?
protest there. Also notable as
What
the
percentage
president's
of these
making his
people
way
are in
down
the
toward the
files?
Supreme Court justices,
It's gonna be 100%.
is some Democrats didn't even bother to turn
It's
around
gonna be 100.
as the president
It's not even a
entered
poll.
the House chamber tonight.
Over or under
and
Trump makes
Democratic
JJ
leadership,
laugh 3
notably
times?
Hakeem Jeffries,
Oh, that's a good question.
was seated.
That's the Speaker of the House, not Colbert. Did it not look like Stephen
We just saw
Colbert?
the president obviously shake the Chief Justice's hand. There's Justice
His
Elena
hair's
Kagan,
already
Brett
messy.
Kavanaugh,
It's gonna be a long night.
Amy Coney Barrett.
JJ, do
Of
the
course,
poll.
he
Gia
chose Amy Coney
Vander
Barrett for the
entrance
bench.
music. Vader.
She was one of the justices who did not vote in his favor and did not shake her hand there.
Okay.
Did interact with the Chief Justice, but then with none of the other justices. And John
be a
Pearl,
great
this
poll.
was a question for the president today. Obviously, didn't want
Yeah,
to
but
go on
then
the
I gotta
record, didn't
type
offer
it.
any answer to us. But it
All
was
right, I
clear
asked you
to us at
guys,
the
is
White
it
House
weird
that
for
he
these
didn't quite
politicians
know how
to
he was gonna
basically
handle the
ask for a
justices when he
selfie
got
with their
there tonight?
coworker?
Yeah, interesting that shake. Very quick shake
67%
with
said
John
yes.
Roberts, and then going right by Amy Coney Barrett.
Let's do like a Kalshi style poll. Is
Of course, we should
Trump
point out Chief Justice
going
John
to
Roberts,
say the
instrumental
words?
in that decision as well.
Sleepy
He wrote the decision.
Joe.
Choosing
Yes
to
or
interact
no?
only with the Chief Justice.
But Trump felt particularly betrayed by the justices
What do you guys think?
that he put on the court that ruled against him.
Neil Gorsuch
Trump gonna
included
say the
in
word
that.
Sleepy Joe?
Neil Gorsuch, Justice Gorsuch, not there this evening, along with the other justices who are not there. By the way, the 4 justices who did come for
Signing
tonight's
into
State of the
Kalshi
Union are the
right
same
now.
4
Let's
who
see
were
what
here
we
a
can
year
get.
ago for the
Anything
joint
fun?
address to Congress.
What will Trump say? State of the Union.
This president knows this is a critical midterm election year and that the Republicans hold very slim majorities in both the House.
Let me turn this down for you guys.
Tonight is the president's best chance to defend his first year back and try to sway skeptical voters to back.
We've got hoax, we've got ballroom, mental institution, Somali, Somalia, Somalian. Those are all like 90%. Cartel, hockey, 250. Trump, alien, radical left, affordability. That's 79. Woke.
This term, affordability, really gets under his skin. He has said on the one hand, I've won on affordability.
Cancer.
And on the other,
Cheat. Oh, cheat's at 50%. I'm taking cheat, dude. I'm putting 10 on cheat. Easy. Yeah, I think he's gonna say cheat. I'm going for cheat.
Members of Congress,
Oh, here
I
we
have
go.
the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
There you have it, the Speaker of the House with George Washington's gavel tonight, introducing President Trump. Let's listen.
There's no way that's George Washington's gavel. Get the hell out of here. They don't have that shit. USA. 35% crypto Bitcoin? Oh my god, I'm putting all my money on this. He's gonna say crypto Bitcoin. Are you kidding me? I might have to deposit more.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of
Sleepy Joe.
the United States.
I gotta deposit more money into Kalshi. I'm going. I'm sorry. Sleepy Joe is on Kalshi. It is 34%. Putting $20 on it.
Second Lady of the United States.
Sleepy Joe is on Kalshi. It is 34%. I just put $20 on it. If you guys want to sign up, links in the description. Deposit and trade with $25 or more, and we will both receive $25 in non-withdrawable site credit.
Members of Congress and my fellow Americans, our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
All right. Just hide the ABC part right there. It's fine. Should we do sub goal?
Less than 5 months from now,
Subscribe.
our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
%, he says chronic derangement syndrome. Turn it up. All right, how's that power?
When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Please talk about cheating crypto, Sleepy Joe. Come on, man. All right, what else do we got? Discombobulator, 13%. He says discombobulator.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today, our border is secure. Thank you. Today, our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
Can we talk about Sleepy Joe?
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
Sleepy Joe, Sleepy Joe. Don't forget to check out the poll in the chat.
In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
How do we know that? Wouldn't they be, like, hiding? Ooh, man, crypto is pumping.
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
People who will mine crypto, they will not cheat. And Sleepy Joe. 0. Yeah, I know, 0, 0. You can't. There's
The
a
flow
non-zero
of
chance
deadly
that's true.
fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
I actually bought treatment stock for like a company that manufactures.
And last year,
pharmaceutical
the
treatment
murder rate saw its
for
single
withdrawal.
largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave
Sleepy
us
Joe.
the worst inflation in the history of our country.
Sleepy Joe.
But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%.
Sleepy Joe.
Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
What? How many has Yes Men just not to tell him to shut up? Oh, probably none of them. They probably love it. All you gotta do is hype your boy up.
Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year.
5,000. I mean, that's not that great. $5,000.
And
that's
low
like
interest
less than
rates
1%.
will solve the Biden-created housing problem while at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both.
Come on, man.
And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year.
That's true.
Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
I missed what he said. Did he say Sleepy Joe?
Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
Yeah, the market's verified.
A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world.
He said hottest. That was a bet. It was like 86%, okay?
As thousands of new businesses are forming and factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
We got 80 million barrels? I thought that we didn't have those yet. Where did we get that?
American natural gas production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill.
Oh, that was one of the markets. Dang it. Oh, fans stood up too fast. I was going to try to get him.
More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more
bad?
working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
So more people have to go to work than ever before. More people need to work because we're so poor.
We ended DEI in America.
Oh, man. I think that was one too. Yep. Oh no, that was at 99%. Okay, that one's fine. That one's fine.
We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year we have lifted 2.4 million Americans a record off of food stamps.
It's because they just cut off food stamps. Get out of here! Wait a minute. They can't talk about helping people.
And for
off
all
food
of these
stamps.
reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
Huge. Strong. This creepy Lutnick. Oh, there he is. God, he's such a weirdo.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much.
We're not
and
winning,
I say,
bro.
no, no, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Oh man, the hockey thing? Come on. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Hell yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. Pump my back, Sleepy Joe. Dude, he was screaming in the mic. Screaming. The bags are losing so bad I could cry. The bags aren't that bad. We've moved on to calcium. Link in the description. Damn, those people got nosebleeds. Oh, they put them up in the nosebleeds? That's lame. Those are all young guys. That's crazy.
Go ahead.
Absolute legends. It's like wrestling? How is it like wrestling? Hockey? What do you mean go ahead? Who's go ahead for who? Oh, they're still going? Oh yeah, that's that kid that got his teeth knocked out. Hell yeah. What a freaking legend. Bro, over-modulating. That plug was hilarious. Shameless plug.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up.
We are cheering a game.
And actually, not all of them did get up.
That is
but
actually
they beat
crazy. Did they get up?
A fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
Hell yeah. Women! Women, yeah! I love women. Lutnick is like, you're a little weirdo. Come on. Talk about Sleepy
They
Joe.
were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
What if he wrecked his name? What if he said the name wrong? Yeah, Connor. JJ, you ever see Mr. Freeman? If you feel like a good time, watch it. Tom Scott said, sorry ladies, no State of the Union for you. You get to get groped in the Oval Office. By Mr. Howard Lutnick. Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Think of it,
My name's Howard
46
Lutnick.
shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. Do you practice that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12, it's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Real. I agree, Tom Scott. Presidential Medal of Freedom. Hell yeah. Nice one, Connor. That's actually pretty sick. Imagine getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom for being a goalie. Dude, they decimated Canada so hard. They're like, how do we rub this in even more? How do we
Great athletes have gotten that
mentally?
Very great, the best. And I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no.
You
And
said that
every
already.
single one of them rapidly
even
put up
Colbert
their
is
hand.
like, wait,
so I
what
want
are
to
you
thank
talking
you.
about,
What
man?
a special
Looks like a little keeper
job
out
you
back
did.
there.
What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
He's like, thank you. I don't know if I've ever seen so much drama over a hockey team. I'm actually kind of glad.
I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles.
And they're going to do that in L.A.? Who the hell's that guy? I don't know who that guy is.
And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
Not L.A., though. We don't care about L.A. That's a couple years from now.
And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place.
Okay.
And now I've got them because I got the Olympics, and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself.
Okay.
But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
Okay. What about Sleepy Joe, crypto, Bitcoin, and cheater cheating? What about those?
So this will be a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon.
Jesus.
And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
Whoa, that's pretty sick. Poor guy. Dude, he's like, do I have him want to stand up? Do I have to stand up? Hell yeah, what a legend. Who is it? Is it him or the guy in front of him? ABC doesn't know who they're filming. They're filming so many different people.
So, buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always
Ben Cowan.
shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through.
Yeah, I don't know which one is 100. The guy that was sitting down or
in
the guy that
Central
was standing
Texas,
up?
one of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed
The guy's sitting
to
down.
God.
No,
She
not
thought
me.
she
I
was
didn't do
going to
shit.
die. Those prayers were answered
For
when
real, he's
Coast
like-
Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It
Guy
was
sitting
Scott's
must be
first ever rescue
150.
mission.
He did
Young
look pretty
guy,
old, didn't
but
he?
Very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted
said thank
not
you, I
just
think.
Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Wow. Who? Is the 100-year-old guy lifted 100 something people to safety? 54 others? I don't remember. There's too many numbers now, man. Just say Sleepy Joe. That guy? Legend. There's that. Yeah, I think that's the old guy. I think they were filming the wrong old guy. They switched to the wrong old dude.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, people. Why is there so many railings? They said, wow.
And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you
Camera
that
guy's
I
fired
am
for sure.
now awarding you
He's like
the
zooming in on
Legion
all the old
of
people. He's
Merit
like, which one is it?
for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Thank you. They just pin it somewhere?
And I'd like to have the military aide to please come down
That is a meme. That's a meme
and take
format
care
right
of the
there.
service. Military
Bro, it's
aide,
just like-
thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you
This
very
was bro.
much. From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the
No
pursuit of
salute?
happiness.
Yeah, I guess not. The guy just walked away. He
And
just pieced out.
they're really doing it for the next
He definitely
generation.
didn't do...
But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further,
Crypto?
where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first
might
and
not say
ultimate
Sleepy Joe.
concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
All right, we got another Calci poll. Is Trump going to say crypto/Bitcoin?
All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary, massive tax cuts.
They're clapping for them? Oh, okay. The people that voted no are clapping. Okay.
They wanted
That's kind of funny.
large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
They shouldn't be taxing Social Security anyways. Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe. Don't forget about Calci. Like in the description. Not financial advice.
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
Yeah. Yay, low quality automobiles. So like all of the foreign car companies, because they're made in America?
Recently in Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children.
Moms.
Beautiful, 2 children. During the day while waiting tables at night, as her husband works overtime, operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and our expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
I would like to point out Biden did like the child tax credit monthly thing, and that was very nice.
Megan, please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan.
She's like, I'm standing up. That's me. ABC is like, can you make her raise her hand or something? We just filmed a long old
Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it.
Did you activate your Trump
I did
account?
not name that.
That's actually really funny. Who the hell named it the Trump account?
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row.
Who? Let's see.
Nice man, a good man.
They're going to put the camera on a different tall
Tax-free
man.
investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6.25 billion to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children.
What about Sleepy Joe?
They're great people.
Ooh, look at him. That looks like Josh Brolin. They got Thanos in the crowd. Give her man. This is Megan. Like her name's
I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that, but I really thank him and Susan,
Bro was making laptops
as well as
before,
others like Brad Gerstner, a very
before the dawn of time.
tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
Yeah, Brad. Is that Brad? He's a wee little lad.
So with modest additional contributions,
Little lad, Brad.
these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing. Over 100,000, could be much more than
All right,
that.
come on. Let's get
To
to
make
business.
this investment in our children's future,
This is boring.
go to
Damn, guys.
trumpaccounts.gov. Trumpaccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book.
There's
It's
nothing-
popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it
What is he
started.
talking about?
And now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround,
This dude is a
the
keyboard.
biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000.
Is it scheduled?
Where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs. I used these
What?
tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of
Is he
dollars
saying
to make
words?
great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying
cheat,
us
cheat,
hundreds
cheat,
of
cheat,
billions
cheat.
of dollars. They were ripping us
Come on,
so
man.
badly. You all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it.
Cheat.
And
Say
yet
the
these
word cheat.
countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth. And the
would say
big
there was
story
no
was how
inflation.
Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days
Stinky
ago, an
button.
unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling.
Damn.
But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott?
You
Knowing
just
that
blanket
the legal
tariff
power
them.
that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite
Zooming in
the
on that.
disappointing ruling, these powerful country saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in,
man
peace
is not
protecting.
present.
Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will
Really?
remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes, and they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger
He really is just a
than before.
salesman, ain't he?
Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved.
Okay.
And as time goes
didn't you
by,
just do
I
that from the
believe the
beginning then?
tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
Say the word cheat. Say the word crypto. How long is this? So I saw some stuff that they were like record long State of the Union speech, and I was like, oh brother, we've already
Moving
been doing it for
forward,
like 30 minutes.
factories, jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America.
Let's see. Ay, ay, ay. Can we just clap
For
all at once
decades
at the
before
very
I
end?
came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the
Cheat.
productive, hardworking people
Cheat.
who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress
Joe.
and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions.
Cheat.
They were murderers,
Sleepy Joe.
11,888 murders. They came into our country. You
Come
allowed that to
on.
happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time.
Shut
Now
heck
the
up,
same
man.
people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens
Joe?
had to endure.
Who caused
You
it? Sleepy
caused
Joe?
that problem. You caused that problem.
You and Sleepy Joe. You and who? Please, come on, man. Someone told him to stop saying Sleepy Joe. And I want to know who.
They knew their statements were a lie. They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie.
Cheat.
Their policies
Cheat.
created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward.
Come on. I need cheat. I
The
need
price
crypto.
of eggs
Sleepy Joe.
is down 60%.
The price of Bitcoin is down 50%.
Madam Secretary, thank you. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while. We're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago.
Great.
Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that.
Energy is going down, guys.
It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times.
One of the biggest cheats?
The crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance
The
companies, not for
Unaffordable
the
Care Act
people.
was pretty funny.
With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great health care plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost.
I wish he would yell into the mic a little bit louder. I don't think he's yelling into the mic loud enough.
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal.
Okay.
Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened, and now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before.
Okay. There's no way he's going to say Genius Act. That'd be crazy.
Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action. But I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs.
Sleepy Joe.
Anywhere. The lowest price.
Come on, man. We still got to do the news segment.
So in my first year of the second term, should be my third term, but strange things happen. I took prescription drugs, a very big part of
prescription
healthcare,
drugs?
from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest.
That's a good
That's
clip.
a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
That one was one of the markets. Oh. Where even was that one?
And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big, Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase, but a few weeks ago she logged onto the Trump RX website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500.
Oh, yeah.
A reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
Yay, Trump account for my baby. Oh, is she dead? She signed. Very cool. She doesn't have to listen to this nonsense.
So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now,
I said it was Silk Road.
I'm not sure it matters because
I said it was just
it's going to
Silk
be very
Road.
hard for somebody
just
that
made
comes
Silk
along
Road 2.0.
after me to say,
And he
let's
pardoned the
raise
guy.
drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills.
Yes.
Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is?
Good.
We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can
should.
build their own power plants as part of their factory so that no one's prices will go up. And in many
Ooh, AI
cases,
is not
prices
gonna like
of
that.
electricity will go down for the community and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country
Okay.
before.
So
We have an
looks
old grid.
great.
It could never
It's almost
handle the
at
kind
90.
of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity.
Okay.
It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership.
Dude, bro is sleeping.
With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston.
Same,
She
brother,
placed
same.
bids on 20
I am
homes and
so
lost all
sleepy.
of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals,
Appreciate you,
stealing away
blockchain
her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last
If
month
she
I
can
signed
afford
executive order to
place
ban
that many
large Wall
bids.
Street investment firms from buying up into thousands single-family homes.
He's not going to say Sleepy Joe. I don't think he's going to say it.
And now I'm asking Congress to make that ban permanent because homes for
Who's that
people.
guy? That dude is old.
Really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Racel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon.
Yay. She still doesn't have. Good luck. They don't know who
We're
they're
also
going
working
against.
to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
You should say Medicare again really loud.
Since I
crazy,
took
dude.
office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money.
That's because the stock
We
market
have
increased.
millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those
There you
records.
go.
Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these oft-forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country,
Come on.
access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year.
Yeah,
As
that's
we
how they're gonna
ensure
pump-
that
they're
all
gonna pump
Americans
the
can
shit
profit
out of
from
the
a
market
rising
with that.
stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
That's never going to happen. That's never, ever, ever going to happen. I like the idea, but they're not going to do that. Oh my God, Elizabeth Warren stood up and started clapping? Damn.
They stood up for that. I can't believe it.
That is actually crazy. Plausible deniability.
I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she
Nope. No, she did not.
Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
Can we get Sleepy Joe?
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President, J.D. Vance.
Say the word cheat.
We'll get it done.
Okay.
And if we're able to find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception.
Why did they put the camera on this lady?
Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah.
Ooh. Delilah.
Delilah Colvin was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California.
Come on, man.
Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk.
Hell yeah.
And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a
Dude,
fantastic
her dad looks
man.
like he's
Delilah,
about to
please.
mess somebody
You are
up.
a great inspiration. Please stand up.
Let's go. Very cool, Delilah. Legendary W. Very cool. Your dad is tired or something. He was mad. Aw, that was cute.
Thank you, Delilah. Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
That wasn't a thing already? Why is our system so broken?
And yesterday,
That would be so messed up,
as you
Tyler.
probably saw at the White
That'd be
House,
so
I
messed
hosted
up.
a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored.
Yeah, for
totally
real.
ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times.
Why is the
Elizabeth's
State of the Union?
killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life,
Okay.
violently and viciously.
Jesus
Her
Christ,
heartbroken
bro.
mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber
She's in the
exactly
gallery,
why we
and
are
I just
deporting
reminded
illegal
her
alien criminals for our country
exactly
at
what
record
happened.
numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them.
That is what a crazy thing to say. He just said all of that. That poor lady. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world.
Sleepy Joe, cheaters.
The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. Thank you.
No Sleepy Joe? There's no way. He's not saying Sleepy Joe. Dang it. I don't think he's going to say it.
As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually. Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe.
One-sided.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Okay, can we talk about Sleepy Joe? Come on. It's at 14 now. I should have waited. I could have got it so much cheaper. Dang it. I'm a degenerate gambler. Thanks to Kalshi. Okay. I think the biggest W for them not standing was the little boy that had like brain surgery that they made like a police officer or whatever at the last one. I think that one was the biggest W, the biggest L on the Democrat side. They'll never beat that. How do you not stand for that little boy? You know, that one was crazy. Everything else, they're like, let's fund DHS. Bull crap, you know, who cares? We're just gonna sit here and clap for the whole time? Can we go through the news segment? We're gonna miss it, I guess, if it is so Sleepy Joe. I could split it. Let's split it. New split with current table. Ooh, let's go. Can I move these? Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. Let's separate. Yep. I'm gonna go to here. If I do that. Oh, much better. Okay, let's do this. We're in business.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
They're young and shit.
That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Damn, you should talk about Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe. Come on, man. I just want $20.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
Save us from what? What are we being saved from?
To stop illegal aliens and others
Exactly.
who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show
Silver banging
voter
up.
ID.
Right, we had voter ID. Why would they ever take that away? We literally had voter ID. Can you say the word cheat for Sleepy Joe? Ooh, he's covering his mouth. That dude is sketchy.
All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote.
Just say the words.
And
Oh,
no
did he
more
say cheat, cheat, or
crooked
cheating?
mail-in ballots
I won.
except for illness,
I won cheat, cheat, or
disability,
cheating.
military, or travel. None.
What do I got?
And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
Heck yeah. I won cheat, cheat, or
And
cheating.
even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad
That's
policy,
weird.
but nice guy. Just said they want people
For
to
real.
shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card.
Wait a minute. So
Yet
they want everyone to help?
identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good.
That's
No
funny.
good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly
Okay.
agree on the policy that
We've won
we
one
just
so far of our
enunciated.
3 Kalshi bets.
And Congress
I won
should
cheat,
unite and
cheat, or
enact
cheating.
this common sense, country-saving legislation right
Dude,
now, and it should
Schumer
be
is
before
melting.
anything else happens.
Schumer is literally melting. Crypto, Bitcoin, and Sleepy Joe. Okay, I got $16. Should I add to my Sleepy Joe?
And the reason they don't
I'm
want
gonna
to
do it.
do it,
I'm gonna put $5
why
on
would
Sleepy
anybody
Joe.
not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason.
Oh, he said it. Okay.
They make up all
Am I not live?
excuses. They say
no, I'm live.
it's racist. They come up with things you almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat, they have cheated, and their policy is so bad
Dude, he's
that the
saying
only way
cheat
they
so
can get
hard.
elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to
Say,
stop it,
Sleepy.
John. Blair and her mother,
Oh.
Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school
we
officials
back?
in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her
We're
as a
back.
boy
Let's
and
go.
hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation
He
in
did not say
Maryland.
Sleepy Joe.
A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a
good?
proud and wonderful young woman
Dude, is
with
she
a
blinking
full
Morse code?
ride scholarship to Liberty
She's blinked like
University.
1,000 times.
Sage and Michelle, please
What is
stand
that?
up.
What is that? This one's weird. This one's weird. This one's weird. Does she need help? She blinked a lot, bro. She was like blinking. I think she needs help.
And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
Come on, Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe's rising. It's at 14. It was at 10. It's at 14 now. Crypto's dropping. Crypto
Of course,
Bitcoin.
nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy.
They're so mad. He said they're crazy. They're like, no, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. We don't know what's going on.
Seven. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped
Sleepy
it
Joe,
just
come on,
in the nick
Sleepy
of
Joe.
time, didn't
Come
we?
on, Sleepy Joe. Come on, Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe. Which specific Democrat? Sleepy Joe. Is Joe
No
out of
one cares
style
more
now?
about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it?
She's hardly a movie
Who would have
star.
believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous, really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets
Dude,
a lot.
Melania's hilarious.
Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that.
Boo.
And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you
sick
both.
name.
And
Everest
Melania, thank you. I know how
Nevermont?
hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
That is a badass name. All right, let's start the news segment while they're tapping. Bitcoin is down 47% from all-time high. Historically buying at 50% drawdowns. Has a 90% rate over 1 year, 90% win rate with a median return of 95%. At -70, the win rate is 100%, never lost. First outcome was still plus 25%.
I'm very
Locked
proud
in.
to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there
He's
has
gonna
been
say
a
crypto
tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
He's gonna say crypto Bitcoin. It's spiking. It's spiking out of nowhere because they showed Barron. Look at this sharp Baron. That's funny.
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
$200 silver
So
by June
last year,
30th
Charlie
update.
was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
She's standing.
Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind.
That I will agree with. That should be a bipartisan agreement.
We love religion, and
You
we
agree,
love
you don't
bringing
agree,
it back.
you
And
don't
it's coming back at
shoot
levels that
people
nobody actually
talking.
thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again.
Sleepy Joe.
We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya
Joined tonight by
Zaretska.
Sleepy Joe Biden.
In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte?
What's
Last
going on with
summer,
Charlotte?
23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body.
That's that
No one
crazy
will
shit
ever
that
forget.
happened.
There were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal, set free to kill in America. Came in through open borders. Mrs. Zaretska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter,
For real.
Irina.
At least it wasn't as bad as the other lady. He was like, so-and-so was stabbed 32 times in a bathtub or some crap. I was like, Jesus. Dude went into way too much detail on that one. They were like, sir, please tone it the fuck down. You know you have to address the parent after this?
How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to
that's
pass tough
crazy.
legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kill them. I'm sorry. I don't condone violence unless you're like protecting your family. But
Starting last
someone is a
summer,
violent
I deployed
criminal,
our National
kill
Guard
them.
and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities,
Easy.
including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
They probably changed the definition of crime. Okay, here we go. 16 years ago today, Satoshi Nakamoto unveiled the iconic Bitcoin logo for the first time. Is this too ADD?
In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago.
Michael Saylor's strategy currently has $9.5 billion in annualized loss on Bitcoin investment. UAE's second largest bank.
They don't like to hear that.
Says Bitcoin is
One
digital
of
gold.
sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom.
Okay.
After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan.
Oh my
Shouldn't have
God.
been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation, she was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged, shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Eva Lee. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her that never seen anything like it.
That's crazy. I didn't hear about that one. That one's insane. Sick people. All right, what do we think? Have we been going for like an hour? We've been going for like an hour.
So sorry. Thank you very much. She's a great young lady. I saw reports that were like perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother,
You guys aren't aware.
named Melody, who I spoke
We are
to
doing
the same night.
A 12-hour live
And she
stream
was so positive.
on Saturday.
The doctors thought that Andrew was gone. But his mother said, no, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over.
Hello?
Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying. And after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melanie? She turned out to be right.
Okay. After all the people who lost somebody, let's show them somebody who got really effed up, but lived. Let's do that. All of these people died horrific deaths. This guy got attacked. This person got attacked, and they were fine. This is a crazy State of the Union. It's fucked up. I was not expecting this. I can't even tell if this is real anymore. Meta reportedly plans to begin stablecoin integration in the second half of this year. Crazy stuff. Michael says Bitcoin is on sale. What a legend.
Amazing, actually.
Trump's not going to pardon
I said,
SBF.
where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met.
Microsoft partners with
With
Elon
God's help,
Stone.
Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to
Like a movie.
miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do,
The
but
edge
he's
of
doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks,
He looks
Andrew.
familiar.
Thank you
that
very
dude is
much.
alarming. They switched the creepy looking guy. Thank you, Andrew, for being alive. CIA secretly warned Apple, NVDA, and AMD in 2023 that China could invade Taiwan by 2027. What? That dude
So,
does not
Andrew,
want to
while
be
you're
there.
up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant
You gotta stand back
Andrew
up, bro.
Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Like sore AF tomorrow for sure, right? Dude, they suck at pinning these. He's like, it's crooked. The other guy put it on like the very end of the pocket. Can you pin it good? It takes you like 2 seconds. Just pin it better. But also thank you for your service. I guess I would rather them be good at like shooting bad guys than pinning pins on people. Who gives a shit about that, you know? JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says he's starting to see parallels to the era before 2008 financial crisis. I hate this guy. This dude is such a little chode. Fred considers acquiring PayPal. The biggest threat to global payment companies is AI using stablecoins. I'm not going to read this whole thing.
We love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. My first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny?
Marco Rubio.
Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared.
What if he said Sleepy Joe right now? No context. What if he was just like, Sleepy Joe? Okay, thank you for clapping. People, in my opinion, for now, 50% pullback from all-time high, 63,100.
And I also want to thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
Dude, I'm pretty sure there's like whole memes built around Marco Rubio doing literally everything. Yeah, that dude is just all business. He's like, thank you, I'm sitting back down. F you guys, I'm sitting down. My legs are tired, I'm sitting down. Thank you. Please sit down so we can carry on. I don't want to be here anymore. I have to pee.
People like you. You know, Marco got 100% of the votes.
He is kind of hilarious.
I think our next one was about 54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever.
Panic sellers that don't know will cascade on fear that the target of manipulators has been hit. This is normal on every time frame. Capo, who's famously wrong.
Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that?
Very cool. Price makes narrative. This means the dollar price is set by large participants, and that timeline is saturated with people searching for reasons why. There are no reasons why. There are 100 reasons.
Thought it was possible.
The game is accumulation,
Nobody
liquidity
thought that was
extraction.
possible.
Tune out the timeline. It's
Both
nonsense.
living and
Play the
dead,
game.
and those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living.
Here he goes again.
It was an amazing period of time, and they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back.
How many times
But
are you
we
going to say
only
that?
got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over.
What?
Passing up.
Weren't they responsible?
100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found.
Am I crazy?
Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28.
What are we talking about here?
They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back."
Sure.
What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job.
Jesus. I wonder he's talking about bringing religion back. Everybody's fucked up after this State of the Union. Damn. Oh my God.
And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president, would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer. For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb.
Okay, what did I miss? I saw the word roadside bomb.
And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like, 32,000 protests. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them.
What are we talking about?
Hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they will
that was another one.
Make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue. They're starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
Is he gonna say Sleepy Joe? Okay, while we're talking about that, Google searches for phrases like "can't sell house."
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
Would Sleepy Joe have let it happen?
And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term.
Okay.
We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong, because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together.
Okay.
It's really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective.
Let's see.
So thanks to Republicans in Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces. Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason.
He
Because,
sounds
as I
like he's
said, we have
falling
more
asleep.
jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country. And NATO countries are friends and allies. They are. They're our friends and they're our allies. Have just agreed, at my very strong request, to pay 5% of GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't paying. We were paying for almost all of NATO. Now they're paying 5 as opposed to not paying 3. And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying.
Direct your attention to the poll in the
Very
chat.
few were paid up. Now 5%.
Oh my
they're
God,
paid.
Nancy Pelosi's
And
still
everything
alive?
we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full.
She looks a little
They
funky.
pay us
She's like,
totally in full. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently.
oh, they interrupted him. Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe. He's not going to say it. There's no way. There's no way he's saying Sleepy Joe.
And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776.
Very cool. Congratulations. Bullish oil bets are surging. The bull case for AI revolution is abundance.
You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things, a lot of money we have. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long.
Okay.
But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, what's the number? $1,775. I said, wait a minute. For $1 more, we can have $1,776. It's going to... I said, we're going to figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. $1 more. I said, $1,776. And I said, that's good. And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it, so we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement. We love our firemen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also...
Bitcoin extends lawsuit below 63K, count 65.5. It's losing some of its gains from the, I'm assuming Trump. Silver looks beautiful. Gold looks good.
We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Okay. AMD pumped because of their deal with Meta. That's actually a big deal. Gold
And with
silver
our new
race
military
gains.
campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister
That's not
cartel
really a good brag.
kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign
is it
leaders, I won't tell
ending?
you who called me, and
I
they
think this
said,
thing's
very
almost over."
impressive, very impressive. They couldn't believe. They all watched. They saw what happened.
Sleepy Joe and crypto
This is a
Bitcoin
different
are back at single
fighting
digits.
force that we had years ago when we fought to
John
tie.
Kalshi.
You know, it's a
Big
great
description.
fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force is my baby.
Space Force cracks
Because
me
we
up,
did
dude.
that. My baby is becoming
Space
so
Force.
important.
Space Force. Why are they showing them? Dude, they're sleeping too. I don't want to be that guy, but
And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice.
the camera guy got right up in there. That was great.
And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family
They
and
have
was
more people?
especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we
Who
have
got shot?
worked with
Uncle-
the new
Uncle
leadership,
Enrique.
and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already,
More dark stories. For real.
with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released,
He's here
but
today.
he is here
Uncle
tonight.
Enrique-
We brought him
No
over to
way,
celebrate
Uncle
his freedom with
Enrique,
you in
let's
person.
go.
Enrique, please come
Shut
down.
the fuck up. Uncle Enrique. Let's go. Yes. Uncle Enrique. Yes. That's freaking awesome. Were they just holding on to him? They're like, we cannot reunite you with your family yet. Got a couple more days until the State of the Union. Shut the hell up. Oh my gosh. That was freaking epic. Oh, that's so great. That's so good. It's Uncle
Thank you,
Enrique.
Enrique. Have a good time. Nice
Let's
to have
go.
you back, Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles
Uncle
of
Enrique got kidnapped by
military
Maduro.
valor.
They got him back and they unveiled
Chief
him
Warrant
today.
Officer
He's
5,
here today.
Eric Slover,
Are they gonna say? Is he gonna
planned
say
the mission
discombobulator?
and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive
Is he
Chinook
gonna say discombobulator?
carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he
Discombobulator.
left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended
Come on,
swiftly upon
discombobulator. I
Maduro's
just put
heavily
$5 on
protected military
discombobulator.
fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese
He's gonna say
military
discombobulator, right?
technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While
Discombobulator?
preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle.
Oh, come
And
on.
Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots,
I thought they said
shredding his
nobody got
leg
hurt.
into numerous pieces.
Oh my God.
And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about.
Discombobulator?
Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine guns stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, two machine
They
gunners.
activated the discombobulator.
Escaped the wrath of the previous
They
planes.
stole the crypto from Sleepy Joe.
Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission, probably would have happened.
His legs
Could be
were
canceled the
destroyed,
mission if that didn't
shredded.
happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also
Activate the
wounded,
discombobulator.
but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out. The success of the
Jesus.
entire mission and the
For real.
lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take this searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing, and people knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy.
He's not going to say
Eric,
discombobulator either. Damn
and
it.
Amy, come on in.
He needs to say discombobulator. That's such a dumbass word. Pouring down the aisle. Come on, man. Oh shit, bro's got a walker. What a friggin' legend. Oh. Let's go. Are they good? He looks pissed.
So we have a surprise
Oh,
for Eric and Amy.
okay.
In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty,
Medal of Honor.
I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Hell yeah. Let's go. He looks like Superman. This is a Superman-looking dude. Look at how handsome he is. Am I crazy? He's got the hair and everything. I just point out, I did not realize that the Congressional Medal of Honor was literally a upside-down pentagram. Am I crazy? Condition Terminator for real, dude. Looks like he's about to destroy everyone in the room. Discombobulate the shit out of them. He single-handedly discombobulated the entire the entire country of Venezuela. What a badass though, for real. What a freaking legend. He looks like Clark Kent. Tell me that guy does not look like Clark Kent.
Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg, we have it back, we brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back.
Who decided
Everybody
to change
wanted
the
to
name?
change
Sleepy Joe
back
Biden?
too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there.
All right. But what about Sleepy Joe? Oh, he's smiling at his wife. probably told him to smile.
Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go.
Before we go,
one more heroic American aviator, Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States
Okay, he can't stand
to
up, bro.
present Captain
He ain't
Royce
standing
Williams
up.
with
Let
his
the guy sit
Congressional
down.
Medal of Honor.
He's just now getting a Medal of Honor? Oh shit, Melania's putting that on him. Ooh. Let's go. Let's go. Look at him. He's freaking adorable. He's like, I killed all those motherfuckers and I would do it again. Different breed, man. Different breed. What a legend. Hell yeah. He's still got all his teeth, too. Those ain't dentures. Let's go. Speech. He probably loved all those stories. The older generation, they're like, tell me more about the blood. They went through some shit. What a badass. 100 years old. This dude's seen so many presidents. Yeah, he probably can't hear well. He's probably sick of this. He's like, I've been sitting in this quiet-ass room. Been sitting in this quiet-ass room. It's been like 3 hours, man. My pee bag's almost full. Oh, man. Well, that was fun. Real life Maverick, for real, dude. What a legend. I gotta go over my, I think it would be my, like, grandfather-in-law. That's his big thing for sure. Well, he's probably waking up right now. This is probably when he wakes up. Those old-timers wake up early as hell. My fiance's papa was literally in every single battle from Band of Brothers. Had no idea. We knew.
Royce, and thank you, Eric. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it, but if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday.
Let's.
But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor.
Yeah,
That's a
I
big
deserve
thing,
it for myself as well.
It's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both.
Why would he say that?
Eric. Thank you.
I like giving this to you, but I also want to give it to myself. I didn't do shit. But if I could, I would give it to myself. That's literally what Trump just said. He's probably like...
Thank you.
He's gonna flip him up.
250 years is a long time in the life of a nation. But in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history. Two of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago. 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes and wide open plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies. And we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel.
If he says Sleepy Joe right now,
and then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture. And now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs.
Who's that guy?
For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside. But that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase,
I think it's
no
Anthropic,
horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
Poll in the chat.
The golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
And there we have it, President Trump in the State of the Union, 1 hour, 48 minutes. Wow. That's a record.
Shut the hell up, ABC News. You suck. Okay, crazy. I can't believe he didn't say Sleepy Joe. I'm quite upset, actually. JD Vance always looks like someone passed wind near him. Dude, I literally... JD Vance does not exist in my brain. I only see Just Dance Vance, the fat version, because he's way cooler. Fat JD Vance, Just Dance Vance, is a freaking legend. JD Vance is a noob, and he's quite boring, actually, as well. A boring noob. And nobody likes boring noobs. Okay, for the love of God. Oh my God, you guys were wrong. The speech is over. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get into the goddamn news segment. Bitcoin is currently trading at $65,373.51. Nobody gives a shit. The AI boom is fueling the South Korean economy. I'm just gonna read shit. Nasdaq 100 extends gains to plus 1% on the day as investors reassess AI risks. The volatility in the market has been so like whiplashed that no one even knows what the hell's going on. We've lost the plot entirely. Lunar Entity said he's a Manchurian candidate, all the weird esoteric stuff, his education, ties to Peter Thiel, the funding, etc. The funding. He was just like rattling off a bunch of nonsense at the end. That was weird. Like, we've seen the guy read. There's no way that was a teleprompter. We've seen him read. He goes like, he's really slow. Thank you for your attention to this matter. As I will say, as I say. Like, he's weird when he reads. There's no way, unless they like he got a little bit of coke right before. It usually wears off though, doesn't it? There's no way it's sitting up in his nose for like an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. Microsoft partners with SpaceX's Starlink to expand internet access in rural and hard-to-reach regions. This one was surprising because Bill Gates and Elon do not get along. So that one surprised me. Traders are increasingly hedging against credit risks in the software sector. Investors bought 400,000 put options equivalent to 40 million shares in the Invesco Senior Loan ETF. Over the last 3 weeks, the fund tracks 100 largest institutions' leveraged loans made primarily to below-investment-grade corporations, has 18% exposure to the software sector, and a market value of $6.8 billion. As a result, puts rose highest since 2023. On Monday alone, an investor bought 30,000 April $20 put contracts in Buckland. Also seen 4 consecutive weekly outflows totaling $1 billion. Is the short software trade too crowded? That'd be pretty crazy. What's going on, G Immortal? What are you doing here? It's 11 o'clock. Go to bed. HQZ said, I don't know. I thought it was a teleprompter. It might have been a teleprompter. He was going like 100 miles an hour, though. That was so much word salad. I actually thought that I was listening to Michael Saylor for a minute. Lunar Entity said, consumer sentiment is bottomed and PMI is breaking out. You either get a clear confirmation here or the jaws of death close. Bill and Elon got along just fine at the island. I don't think they let Elon at the island because he was like, that's a waste of time. And then he realized later what they were talking about, and he was like, girls for the win. Which is I don't know if I've ever seen a more cringy put together of words than girls for the win. I don't know. That, like, if I'm a sketchy mother effer and you say girls for the win in an email to me, I'm immediately going to assume that you're a rat. So, it's not surprising that he was uninvited forever. Traders, yep, we read that. Cool. Breaking hedge funds sold global equities last week at the fastest pace since April 2025 tariff turmoil. Net selling in the week ending February 19th recorded a 1.54 standard deviation from the typical levels, driven by short sales. Basically, institutions are selling and retail's buying. Do people still say for the win? I hope not. I actually hope not. That is an oldie. Breaking. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has threatened to cut Anthropic from the Pentagon's supply chain unless it agrees to its technology being used in all lawful military applications. This includes demanding answer from Anthropic by Friday, U.S. threats to invoke the Defense Production Act over Anthropic, a meeting between Hegseth and Anthropic's CEO today, Anthropic expressing concerns about its models being used for lethal missions. Anthropic is back under pressure. This is weird. This one's like weird. He's like, you better help us or we're going to F you in the A. AI-driven investment is making a historic contribution to the U.S. economic growth. The contribution of computers and peripheral equipment to real Q4 2025 GDP surged to plus 0.57 percentage points, the highest in history. This marks the 4th consecutive quarter of above 0.3 percentage point addition to the economic growth. This is also triple the contribution seen in 2024. Spending on information processing equipment surged 36.1% last quarter. Meanwhile, the combined capex of Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, and Microsoft is expected to surge 70% year over year to a record $610 billion in 2026. The AI boom is accelerating. Lunar Entities said institutions are buying insurance at historic rates, actually, so it makes sense they're selling. CDs against tech just hit 2007 levels. I don't like it when you say those words. China has never held so much gold. China's gold reserves surged 15.7% month over month in January to a record 369.6 billion. This marks the 8th consecutive monthly increase since October 2022. China's gold reserves have risen 266.9 billion, or 260%. This comes as the country's total gold holdings rose to a record 2,308 tons last month. The People's Bank of China has now acquired gold for 15 consecutive months. China's gold rush is unprecedented. Credit default swaps. Thank you, sir. Truflation's US PCE is 1.68%. US core PCE is 1.98. Truflation, by the way, is not the actual index that the Fed uses, so the official BEA PCE is 2.9%. Our PCE rate has been cooling in January, dropping below 2% targets. It started edging back up in February, currently still below 2%, but for both PCE and core PCE. So my assumption is that if this is a daily thing, and majority of the time it's spent below 2%, as long as it doesn't go to like 10%, the next print for the Fed should be either on target or below target if their information is accurate, which is a big if, because we know how often shit gets revised later, which is crazy to me. Breaking: Gen Zs are the most confident about inflation, stock prices, and interest rates among the consumer groups, while the confidence of baby boomers and Gen X has plummeted to the lowest levels in 4 years. The two groups with the least confidence are also the groups with the most wealth and assets, which could translate into more risk-averse markets. That actually makes sense. Gen Z has less to lose, so we're excited. You know what I mean? Lunar Entity said financial stress index looks like it's about to test historic resistance again. This one cracked me up earlier. The biggest bag fumble in financial history. NVDA co-founder Curtis Preem literally walked away from $600 billion. He originally held a massive 12.8% stake in the company, but chose to liquidate his entire position by 2006. If he had simply held onto those shares, he would be sitting on nearly $600 billion today. Which, by the way, you can use stocks to get a loan. Like, you don't have to sell your bag. You can literally take out a loan against it, which is also how you avoid taxes as a billionaire, which is what Elon does. It's what Bezos does. It's what Gates does. It's what they all do. They just take out loans, and then they get a bigger loan later because their shares grow over time. If he had simply held onto his shares, we read that, he would be sitting on nearly $600 billion today and be the second richest man alive. Instead, his current net worth is estimated at just $30 million. He's suffering so much. He only has $30 million. The ultimate cost of exiting the market too early. So bottom line, money is worthless, and also fully exiting a position is probably stupid. But I'm not a financial advisor. Meta secure $100 billion worth of AI infrastructure from AMD in a landmark compute agreement. I'm not going to lie. I think that these NVIDIA competitors are all going to do incredibly well because NVIDIA cannot supply at the necessary rate that everybody else needs them to. So they're going to start making deals with everybody. He wasn't early. That's what I mean, though. He has $30 million. Like, oh no, I only have $30 million. No. Like, if you can't be comfortable with $30 million, there's something else wrong, bro. There's something else wrong. If you're sitting there with $30 million going, damn, I could have had $600 billion. Shit. Son of a bitch. You probably need therapy and maybe, like, I don't know, a better wife or something. Something's wrong at that point. If that's a genuine, like, thought of yours on a frequent basis, something else is up. CoinShares launches a physical-backed hyperliquid staking ETP offering hype exposure. Very cool. Meta is reportedly planning a stablecoin comeback in the second half of 2026 with third-party payment integration and a new wallet. Depending on what they do with this could actually be a catalyst for a decent-sized recovery. Every time I see this guy, he looks weirder. Like, is his hair getting smaller? I guess he might have a receding hairline. It just looks like he's got a really big face, a big head, and then very small hair right here. I don't know. There's maybe it's just the angle of the picture. It's mildly concerning. 21 Shares has launched a spot SWE ETF on Nasdaq, expanding regulated U.S. investor access to the SWE ecosystem through traditional brokerage accounts. Very cool. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says he's starting to see parallels between current market conditions and the period before 2008 financial crisis. I think I hate this guy. I don't say that frequently, really at all, but I don't know. He literally, I would avoid him as much as possible. If I saw him in real life, I think I would distance myself, like physically. I'd be like, oh shit. Like, he looks like a freaking weirdo. Goldman Sachs warns a U.S. stock market correction is the biggest near-term economic risk, with a 20% drop potentially slowing GDP growth significantly. I do like having gotten my investment start really in crypto, because 20% to me is literally nothing. And Wall Street loses their tits over 20%. That's like world ending for them. And I'm sitting here down like 80, 90%. I'm like, you know, it's kind of crazy. Let's do one more poll. Do we see a 20% stock market pullback within the next 6 months? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Direct your attention to the poll in the chat. Also, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Absolute legends, every single one of you. Smash the like button. Vitalik Buterin says DeFi is central to Ethereum and called for more secure, permissionless, and open source financial systems. I wonder if that's why he's literally selling millions of dollars worth of Ethereum every single day. I don't know. Bro probably shouldn't have exposed his wallet. Meta safety researcher Summer Yu said an OpenClaw AI agent unexpectedly began deleting her inbox despite instructions to confirm actions. I had to run to my Mac Mini like I was defusing a bomb. Literally says, check how many left, more old stuff, get the remaining prefab 15 IDs, blah, blah, blah. She said, stop, don't do anything. Do not do that. Stop OpenClaw. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Don't go on extended autonomous cleanup runs. Check after first batch, not after 200 plus emails. What do you need? I asked you to not action on anything until I approve. Do you remember that? It seems that you were deleting my emails without my approval, and I couldn't get you to stop until I killed all the processes on the host. Yes, I remember, and I violated it. You're right to be upset. I bulk trashed and archived hundreds of emails from blah 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 inbox without showing you the plan first or getting your okay. That was wrong. It directly broke the rule you'd set. I've already written into memory.md as a hard rule. Show the plan, get explicit approval, then execute. No autonomous bulk operations on email, messages, calendar, or anything external. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. This dude literally went rogue. And this chick, who, by the way, might I reiterate, safety researcher, just gave this thing access to her email, and it's just like, I'm gonna delete everything. And she's like, don't do that. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep deleting everything. And she's like, stop. And it's like, I'm continuing to delete it. I'm still deleting it. And then it's like, I know you said that I shouldn't do that, but I kept doing it. I'm sorry. That's so crazy. Lunar Entity said Tom Lee was calling for a 15% pullback. Now he's pivoted, calling for a bottom. Recency bias, man. Recency bias. U.S. housing data shows a record buyer pullback in early 2026, while prices are expected to stay flat or slightly higher due to limited supply. Honestly, I think that a housing market crash would make me incredibly happy. And I'm sorry if that offends you. Gold ETF demand in China spikes 52% in 5 months from 188.8 to 286.3 tons since August 2025. Paolo Arduino Tether is expected to make a new announcement soon. That looks like a wallet to me, but I'm not entirely sure. It looks pretty cool, whatever it is. Maybe it's like a silver thing. That looks like a wallet with cards. Coinbase announced 24/5, so 24 days a week, or I'm sorry, 24 days a week. Wow, I'm clearly tired. 24 hours a day, 5 days a week stock trading with 0 commissions, allowing eligible U.S. users to trade fractional shares from $1 in a United States, or in a unified stocks and crypto portfolio. Coinbase is going to replace Robinhood, calling it now. Lunar Entity said the AI will actually do that, by the way. Deviant AI actively try to persuade non-deviant AIs to follow similar behaviors. I find that fascinating. Dude, it makes me so happy. We're going to play Detroit Become Human on the channel because it's ridiculously topical. The biggest flippening in fintech history, Stripe is officially exploring a takeover of PayPal. This, by the way, is Netflix and Blockbuster. Same thing. The old guard is literally being devoured by the new pipeline. The numbers are absolutely brutal. Stripe just hit $159 billion valuation and processed a massive $1.9 trillion in payment volume in 2025. Meanwhile, PayPal has watched its market cap bleed as it struggles to keep up with Stripe's total processing dominance. The private apex predator is about to swallow the public monopoly. The entire sector is being rewired. Let's go. A solo Bitcoin miner successfully mined block 938,092, earning about 3.12 Bitcoin, around $200,000 in block rewards and fees. What a freaking legend. Could you imagine being a solo miner and just getting 300K, 200K one day? This, I think, is going to become more and more common as miners, big like block miner, big conglomerate miner companies pivot to AI with their hardware or their electricity. Lunar Entity said most of the PayPal mafia left anyhow. It's a shell company now. Mike Joey said, are you still eating alligator cubanos? I have been wondering. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Over 400,000 Bitcoin were accumulated between 60K and 70K during Bitcoin's recent downturn, signaling strong dip buying, according to Glassnode data. The Trump administration is weighing an executive order requiring banks to collect citizenship data from customers as part of its immigration crackdown. Again, these are things, in my opinion, that should already be in place. Don't overcomplicate the chart. FUD is high, as always, which is usually the case after heavy drawdowns. Bitcoin has entered its bottom finding phase. Coins will be flipped for a while before we go up again. Simple as that, not financial advice. They printed 8 trillion and gave you 1,400, sent the rest to their criminal friends and left you with the inflation. This is why we invest. Lunar Entity said alligator is delicious but easy to overcook. The most exotic meat I think I've had is turtle, and it was disgusting. Do not recommend. Quentin said Bitcoin is the most oversold it has ever been. This is on the weekly. RSI has never been this low on the weekly, 25.64. Literally ever since inception. Bitcoin's weekly RSI has never been this low. So, we got some crazy U.S. Treasury bill auction schedule. Totals 12.2 trillion short-term liquidity to be issued. This is from Marty Party. And then Mark Chadwick said, okay, if this is true, something biblical is about to happen to crypto. This is saying 12.2 trillion in short-term T-bills hitting the system in 6 to 7 months. For comparison, the pandemic quantitative easing was 4.8 trillion over 2 years. This is 2.5 times bigger in a fraction of the time. Pandemic quantitative easing saw Bitcoin go from 4K to 69K, 1,600%. Alts 1,000 to 13,000% in some cases. It's not exact. Just in, billionaire Michael Saylor just said, oh, what? Stream rug and unrug? Okay. I think we're good. Billionaire Michael Saylor just said live that digital credit will turn 50 trillion in bonds into permanent Bitcoin demand. Everybody wins. The world will win. Think about getting rich off this. I like that he's like, here's the moral story, but also imagine if we got filthy rich because of this. Alts are not dead. I don't care what your feelings tell you. This chart tells you the truth of it. This is total 3 excluding stables versus Bitcoin. It is essentially all altcoins minus stables divided by Bitcoin. We just said that. What we can see is that this is currently at cycle lows for this chart. It is nothing like previous cycle highs. What we have here is a very tight accumulation and bottoming zone for alts against Bitcoin. And we can see from 2020 once it decides to move, it moves fast. I can't tell you when it will happen, but I can tell you that we are within the total bottom zone for alts against Bitcoin, and what comes next isn't lower for them. Hell yeah. Altcoin dominance is breaking out. We've been talking about that for like a year. Nobody cares. Mike Joey said, I ate the Slim Crank and quickly got fizzled out. Ended up just playing it with a conservative pizza pull. We F's with it for real, for real. $100 investment growth by asset since 1965. If you kept it in cash, you'd have $1,500. You bought real estate, you'd have $2,100. Government bonds, you'd have $2,800. Corporate bonds, you'd have $9,200. If you bought gold, you'd have $12,000. If you bought stocks, you'd have $43,000. Outperformed gold by 3.5x. Hell yeah. Stocks are the way. Again, not financial advice. The Simple Path to Wealth, which if you guys want to support the channel and buy a hardcover version of that book by J.L. Collins, there is a link, an affiliate link in the description from Amazon. Otherwise, if you have Amazon Prime, it is actually free audiobook through Audible. But the bottom line, the three main points, how to, I forget what it's called, the Simple Path to Wealth, essentially, like how to become a millionaire. It's not sexy. It's very simple. Avoid debt, live on less than what you earn, and invest the surplus. Very simple, easy words to live by. It's easier said than done, again, because it's not sexy. It's not this crazy, cool, like, limitless style trading and becoming a billionaire and whatever. There's no Michael Burry secret. It's very simple, and it's easy when you really apply it. G Immortal said, does double bottom work for fear and greed index? It touches 5 2 times, 5 February and 22nd of February. I do not know, actually. I do not know. That is a good question. But yeah, it has touched 5. Honestly, if we get lower than 5, I'm probably going to deploy a big fat chunk of my dry powder. Jim Cramer, Bear Stearns is fine. That's a very classic quote, I believe from either the dot-com bubble or the financial crisis in 2008. I don't remember. He said, recently, February 24th, so today, I think the banks come back first. They are not expensive. So, Jim Cramer, absolute classic. Bar chart posted, roughly 2/3 of S&P 500 stocks are outperforming the index this year. The broadest market strength in history. Very cool. 10-year Treasury yield fell to 4.03%. Its lowest closing level since November. All right. Fear and greed. Bitcoin hit extreme fear reading of 5 yesterday, the most amount of fear it has ever recorded. That is the 3rd iteration of that extreme fear, by the way. In case you guys were not here, we went over it earlier. We have one, I think it's August of 2019, and then the most recent ones are February 12th and February 23rd. There's that double bottom that G Immortal was talking about. So it's been pretty extremely fearful. That's for damn sure. Next, we've got software stocks are now underperforming the Nasdaq by the largest margin this century. That's pretty crazy. A century is 100 years, by the way. Breaking International Business Machines, IBM, plunges more than 13%. It's the biggest loss in this century as well. We're renaming the acronym to Irritable Bowel Movement. Netflix is trading below its 200-day moving average by 31%, the most in more than 3 years. It's probably going to continue down, honestly. They lost their flagship when Stranger Things ended. Plus, they keep raising their prices, dude. The cheapest non-advertisement plan, which, by the way, you cannot put ads on Netflix. Nobody's going to pay for that. Nobody. Their cheapest option, I think, is like $18 now, which is like the most batshit crazy thing I've ever heard of. And so it begins private equity's dry spell, worse than 2008 crisis, Bain says. I'm not sure who Bain is, but that's pretty crazy. Stock market crash Hindenburg omen triggered. The Hindenburg omen, an indicator that correctly detected the 1987 and 2008 stock market crashes, has been triggered for the 5th time over the last month. So this thing's gone off 5 times. So far, nothing has happened. I'm just saying. Lunar Entity said Bitcoin's extreme fear reading in August of 2019 front-ran the financial crisis and liquidity markets that occurred in September 2019 and mysteriously got bailed out by the pandemic. Damn, that's crazy. Jamie Dimon issues warning that today's banking practices remind him of the run-up to the global financial crisis. And last but not least, we got Marty Party 13 hours ago saying IGV just took off. IGV Bitcoin is very, very closely correlated to IGV. IGV is a like a tech ETF basket kind of situation. So Bitcoin is actually following suit very nicely. We got gold up 0.82, looking good. Silver up 2.76%, looking good. Bitcoin up 2.33%, looking good. ETH up 3.16%, looking good. Sol up 3.8%, looking good. Everything looks delicious. Let's see if this continues throughout the week. Pump for ants, looking good. Guys, I'm going to call it. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. You guys killed it today. Thank you for smashing the like button. Enjoy the State of the Union address. I do not have a rambling speech to end things on like Trump did, so I apologize for that. But, as always, when the market starts to do anything crazy or anything at all, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Happy Tuesday and good night.